Hey everybody, welcome to Artistry and Cards. My name is Jessica Lynn and I am the owner of Artistry and Cards as well as Jessica Lynn Original Studios. So today I thought let's go live, let's go and create something fun. And I'm so excited to have you guys join me. So let me go ahead and I am just going to make sure that this is showing up on YouTube. Yes, it is. Wonderful. So today I wanted to share some fun crafting with digital stamps. Now, if you haven't been to my store before, let me just share it with you so you can take a look and see it. Take a look at it later. You can visit my rubber stamp store. It is jessicalynoriginal.com. And we have just celebrated our 20th anniversary, which is absolutely crazy and exciting at the same time. And I draw all the art that you see there as well. So if you are looking for something specific, toss me an email. I might be able to draw it up for you. Here, as far as YouTube goes, this is my channel called Artistry in Cards. And I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already. We just hit 10,000 subscribers, which is so exciting. Like, I can't even tell you. Let me just post this out here real quick. I just want to share that we are live now. So hopefully some folks will come and craft with us. So long story short, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It's just artistryincards.com. I would love to have you do that. The other thing you're going to notice that's kind of fun about this today is that there is a new feature down on the bottom right hand side. So if you are watching this live and want to say hi, go ahead and comment and it will show up on the far right hand side of the screen. So let's go ahead and we will get crafting. So today, these are just a couple digital stamps that are out on my website. Currently, all of my digital stamps, just so that you know, are buy one, get one free. And there's no limit. So if you buy 30, you'll get 30 free. Not that there's 30 up there. I think we have like 20 something available right now. I do rotate my digital stamp stock. And based on requests, etc., I do add new stuff all the time. So if you are like me and you love to craft, like I'll get in these kicks where I'll see stamps that I love and I will want to craft like immediately, which is hilarious because who's going to do that? But sometimes I love digitals for that reason. And what I'll do is I'll actually put them on a Word document, which is what you see that this piece of paper represents. And then I'll lay them out so I can get a whole bunch on there and I'll nest them kind of like if I was, you know, creating stuff with like fabric, right? Like I'll put a whole bunch on there. I might have actually flipped these. I just did this kind of quick. So you might nest them like this, if you will. Here, I'll just, so you can see a visual. Because then I don't waste paper. So like if I would have put them on there like this, I probably could have gotten more of them, if that makes sense. Nice part about digitals is when you go out to my website, you put them in your cart, you pay for them, and you download, and they are yours to use immediately. Now, just remember, they still are copyrighted by Jessica Lynn Original. So we still own the copyrights to them. So you can use them for your own projects. You can even use them for cards that you're going to sell at craft shows and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. Just make sure you put on there that you got the stamp from Jessica Lynn Original. We appreciate that. And then please just don't share those files. There you go. Can you see okay? Hopefully that looks, let's see if we can get this a little better. There, that's pretty good. All right, so this is an adorable Corgi with a little pup cup. All right, we're just going to go full screen here because I love the little bubbles in the background, but they're moving, which is kind of, yeah, that's better. Sorry. All of a sudden they started moving and I'm like, that is very odd. If you are here watching live, be sure to say hi. It will show up in the bottom right-hand side. We'd love to see what are you up to on this fun Saturday. The weather is gorgeous, so I would say definitely get outside and enjoy. Here in Wisconsin, it looks like it's going to be raining later this weekend, so this would be a good time to get out, depending on where you are. Get some markers ready to go. All right. Just need a couple more colors. We need like a gray. This will be good. I have a big old mix of colors here. We'll get a little darker brown too so we can shadow him up. All right. Let's get this adorable little guy all colored in. Yeah, it might be a little dark. What was that, 33? We're going to start with the lighter color. I do a lot of custom designs as well, which is really fun for me. I just get this all. So if you have a dog or a critter that you'd like for me to draw and maybe turn into a digital, I'd love to talk with you about that. I love doing that stuff too. I make a lot of custom stamps where I'll draw like return address stuff, and I'll actually draw out like your critter. So you just have to send me a message. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Be sure to say hi down in the bottom right, and then don't forget to subscribe. We would love to have you subscribe to this channel. Again, it's just ArtistryInCards.com. Or if you're on the channel watching right now, on the far right-hand side, there is a little red YouTube logo. You can just click right on that and you can actually subscribe. No cost to do that. It just is a fun way to stay connected, and it'll tell you anytime I upload new videos. I don't always go live. A lot of times I will record videos and then those will show up. So it would just give you notification when that happens. We recently hit 10,000 subscribers, which I am super floored, and I say thank you. And I think my next goal is we are shooting for 15,000 now. So I think that's good. We'll add another 5, and then maybe we'll do some kind of fun giveaway once we get to that point, because that would be awesome. It'd be fun. Little paw over here. Oh, I forgot to color the little white on that little paw. And I have more than just corgis. I also have pugs and Boston Terriers and all types of pups. So depending on what kind of dog you have, you know, definitely go check out my store. All right, just get some shadowing in here. It's kind of a fat, squishy little corgi. So cute. And you can see he's got the long tail, so a little bit of a different kind of corgi too. I gotta find a little darker brown. All right, let's see what that one looks like. That's pretty dark. How about this one? Yeah, not too bad. All right, we'll go with that. All right. Super cute. Just adding some shadows on him. And so I have been doing this for over 20 years. If you've been with my channel at all, you maybe or maybe don't know my story. I actually had a boss who, at a former job that I had, who saw that I could draw, and she was actually a representative for Close to My Heart, which is a rubber stamping company. And she said, oh, you should see if they'll accept your art, and maybe you could work for them like part-time and maybe just draw art and make their stamps. So long story short, I submitted my art to them, and their response was, oh, that's so cute, thank you, no, we have our own artists. And I was so bummed. This again 20 years ago, which I cannot believe. And I told her, I said, well, that didn't work, so I guess you know. And she was like, that's it? You're going to quit? And I said, well, what else am I going to do? And she goes, I don't know, start your own company. And I laughed and was like, yeah, right. You know, And she said, "No, seriously, maybe you should just look into it." And I thought about kind of what she said, and I mean, she's the one who taught me how to make cards initially, and got me interested in um this world. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't know, maybe. And I wasn't, I mean, I had always wanted to own my own business, but I wasn't really sure at that point what I wanted to do. And so I jokingly told my husband, you know what? I'll start this company, Just Glen Original, and I'll start it with $100. And if it can always support itself, then I will continue to house it. And so one of the goals I've always had, and this is my small business trait, right? Low overhead, keep it, monitor the business, evolve as necessary. And it's what I've done. And it's the reason that my company is still around. I mean, obviously, we have had in our world right now a whole lot of craziness happening. Companies not able to support, and it's because I don't hold a lot of overhead. Um, it's why I temporarily took a pause on photopolymer stamps, although I absolutely love them. I want to sell the stock I have, and then I will continue to evolve, move forward, and push for that to come back. I'm right now kind of giving our economy a little bit of time to catch up to where I want to be before I'm willing to invest big again. And so that's why I offer a lot of digital stamps. One, they're very affordable. Um, and that's my number one goal. I want it this craft, I'll be honest with you, it's a very expensive craft. But it's easy to get into it because there's a lot of people who have already spent a lot of money where you can get, like if you're brand new, you could literally go online and buy packs of paper. I mean, Joann's was going out of business. They were selling stuff super cheap. So there's a lot of people reselling some of that. But you can, you know, get started relatively easy. You don't need to jump into the big expensive stuff right away. But that's why I love the digitals. I think that they're a great way to get started. Price wise, they're very affordable. And I always hear from people that say, well, Jess, I don't have a good printer. How am I going to print these out? I mean, I just print them out. I have a printer that I bought that's a laser printer. Oh my gosh, I think I bought it probably 15 years ago. And it is the little workhorse that I can't even tell you. It's the most amazing printer I've ever had. It goes through toner rather than ink because ink is very expensive. So it uses that. But I'm going to give you an amazing tip. If you're like, I've never used digitals, I'm really not so sure that I could do this. Find a Kinko's or a local printing shop nearby and have them print them. They can print them on heavier cardstock, and you can actually send them, like a Word doc. So take the images, put them on a Word doc, and then say, here, go, I just need one printed page of this. And that's what I would encourage you to do. It's affordable, and their printers are great. They hold the toner on there very well. So let's just take a look at how he looks a little closer. So look how cute he is. Super cute. This little pup cup. I think I'm going to draw a paw print on there though, because I think that's the only thing missing. I left it without it so that you could add your dog's name, or you could do something like that. I'm going to trim this just a little closer. Normally I would use my brother's Scan and Cut, but for those of you also that have watched my channel, or if you're new, right now my office it's in, let's call it construction. I love crafting with a lot of light. And so I'm in the process of rotating my desk, fixing up my office. I hung 2 monitors up on the wall so that I can look up while I'm doing this with you guys and I can see what I'm crafting. It is so helpful. Oh my gosh, he is so adorable. This little guy is available in our store. So if you are thinking about, that you're like, hey, I kind of like him, I want to craft with him, definitely go check out justglenoriginal.com. Go get this guy. He is ready for you to craft. And then don't forget to share it like on social media. Just use Jessica Lynn Original as the hashtag. And I love sharing them. So a lot of people will say to me, Jess, how do I get people to come find my Instagram? How do I get people to follow me? What is that process like? My encouragement to you is go out to these companies, download their digitals or buy their products, and then be sure to make crafts with them and hashtag send it to them, on social media. I love sharing what everyone creates. I mean, I can draw the most adorable little, corgi pup with a pup cup, right? But then until I see what other people come up with to create with him, I mean, I'm always so inspired by, I can go, oh, I'm going to do this with it. And then all of a sudden I'll get like 8 people here, Jess, and they'll have 8 completely different design. I just made up a number there, but they'll have 8 very different ideas for how to use that image that I didn't even think of. And so I think that's what keeps me doing this. And I love to draw. It's, I love to draw, love to color, love to make cards and craft. So yeah, so that's my biggest tip is if you say to me, I've never used digitals and I don't know how, my printer doesn't work great, that's okay. Just go ahead, make a Word doc, print them off, send them off to Kinko's, let them, fuss with the printers. You don't have to worry about that. And then you get them back, cut them apart, and you can start working from there. All right, let's just get this all colored in all cute. Again, if you are watching, thank you so much. If you're watching on the replay, thank you as well. Be sure to go ahead and say hi. It will show up on the screen, which I always think is kind of fun. It's fun to get to know each other, and this world of crafting it's a wonderful group of people. I'm so happy to be part of it. There we go. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I'm just going to color the whole thing. So darker green. There we go. There we go. We get some highlights in there and some shadows. Oh my gosh, look how cute this little guy is. But what would be in his pup cup? What is in a pup cup? I don't even know. I've never gotten it for my dog. I guess I'm not a good dog mom, right? Let's see. Starbucks pup cup. Let's see. It is a small cup of whipped cream served in a cup. Is whipped cream good for a dog? While some dogs enjoy it, it is not recommended as a regular treat. Whipped cream contains dairy, which can cause digestive issues in some dogs, and it's high in sugar and fat. Interesting. Can I get a pup cup for my child? Okay, that's quite funny. Some customers have gotten pup cups for their children, although that is not the intended purpose of the treat. Okay, that kind of made me laugh. That's funny. Can I get 2 coffees and a pup cup for my child? It's kind of funny. I love it. All right. Where is my black marker? My black pen? Again, this is the perk of cleaning your office, right? All right, I have a bunch of pens here. Let me pick one. Oh, this one will work perfectly. There we go. All right, so I think we'll draw like a little paw print. I'll draw a little fur. Super cute. See, that worked out well. See, I just drew a little paw print. But again, you could do whatever you wanted. If you are making this for someone who has a dog who is obsessed with pup cups, you could definitely, put their dog's name on there. Or you could put a little tiny sentiment on there. That would be fun. It'd have to be small though. But you definitely could. There we go. And we're just going to use this one to blend like watercolor. Oh, that's gorgeous. A little yellowy green. So there he is with his little pup cup. And now we're going to draw some shadows. Some of the best inexpensive markers I've ever bought are these things. This CaliArt. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these before. I bought a bejesus amount of Copic markers from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. And I'm totally bummed by them because half of them died really fast. So not totally happy for Hobby Lobby in their, oh, we're going to sell all of our almost dying markers to people. I'm not mad, but just a little disappointed in that. But the CaliArt markers, I bought the gray set they had. So it's primarily gray colors that I bought. And they're for shadowing, and they're actually pretty decent. They're a little heavy though, so you've got to be really light-handed when you work with them. I'm not going to lie. But if you can figure out how to be kind of light-handled with them, they're pretty darn cool. They are literally a fourth of the price of any of the markers out there. I don't work for them, so this is not like a promotion thing. This is just sharing with you what I've encountered as decent versus, Copics are always my favorite as long as they're not ones that are going to die pretty quickly, because that was really a bummer. Cannot tell you how angry I was about that. That was really, really disappointing. But I will tell you, some of these CaliArts are pretty great. So definitely, look into them, read what other people have written if you're looking for markers that are affordable. And not just CaliArt, but any of them. Find out if they're, the best way I can describe it is what I call a heavy-handed marker, which basically means you go to do it and like the ink just pours out. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. I am so happy with him. He is looking so good. Look at that big old pile of markers. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, so let's get making a card. So we're gonna put all these away. And I'm so excited. Sad because Joanne is leaving, is gone. I think that whole kibosh was just a joke, and it makes me sad because too many people use that. I sew as well, so that was a huge bummer for me. I love to use Joann's to be able to go and get zippers, flies, whatever I was missing, like if I was making costumes for my kids. So I'm really sad that that just is gone, but I'm excited that Michael's bought a bunch of their line. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. All right. Just had to grab a sheet of paper. All right. Oh, I ripped it. Bummer. All right. So let's go put this little guy over there. Let's do some backgrounds. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, so one of the things I have to do is I can't even tell you, I have buckets and buckets of different products that I love. And I have lots of stencils and some other stuff. And so I really need to, well, you know what? Maybe we'll do some coffee in the background. That's fun. Yeah, I think we'll do coffee in the background. That's fun. Especially since it's a coffee pup. So let's go ahead and we'll just get some. This is super fat, thick masking tape. Don't need quite that thick, but it's okay. Got my paper down so I don't make a mess. For those of you that don't know, I have been a super sponsor at the Coffee Lovers Blog Hop for 10 years now, which is absolutely crazy. Amazing and crazy at the same time. If you are into making coffee cards, I do have a free digital stamp that is available. So please go head over to the Jessica Lynn Original website and you can go download a free digital. So while you're crafting with me or watching me right now, you can go and download one for free and you can see how digitals work for free. Yeah, you just log on, you put it to your cart, and then you just check out like normal, and there's no fees or anything. So you just check out and super easy and fun. Because who doesn't like free? I mean, free is the best, right? And then hopefully you'll come back and want to do some more shopping. And like I said, our digitals right now are buy one, get one. So, I mean, that's a really great price for digital stamps too. I'm trying to make a pattern so that it looks like the little coffee beans are swishing around like that. That'll be fun. There we go. And what's fun is you see all that tan color and you're like, ooh, you know, I wouldn't want that on my card, but that's going to actually go away. All right. Just looking through my colors here. I think a little of this might. Oh yeah, that's nice. Just a little extra color. And I will always thank Miss Amy in every video where I stencil. She was on my Behind the Cards show many years ago. So definitely go check that out if you are a fan of Amy's, with Amy Wears. And she actually encouraged me heavily to try the Distress Oxide inks because I always give her credit for being the queen of those. Let me just clean this off a little bit. And then I always clean them off after I'm done recording. But I try to get as much off as I can right away. All right. Ooh, that's cute. Right? That's cute. It will stain the stencil just a little bit, but that's just like stamps, right? It doesn't take away from it. It doesn't change anything about it. Super cute. Plus, I like making my own backgrounds. I think it's kind of fun. I bought this cardstock forever ago. I don't even know where I got these ready-to-go cards. It's what they call the super value pack. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, if you ever find that at Hobby Lobby you can get like the super packs where it comes with envelopes and whatever, be cautious. Some of them are very decent. Okay, and when I say very decent, I mean they're like decent thickness for your cards. And then there are some like this pack that they're so thin that like it's not great. It's kind of disappointing actually. All right, so we got that ready, got this ready. We're gonna open this up. I put a nice crease on there. So yeah, I like a little thicker, heavier cardstock for the base of my cards just because I feel like It's kind of like, building a whole bunch of stuff and then, like building a house, right? And putting it on two little tiny 2x4s. Just why would you do that? Right? All right. There we go. Then I'm going to grab my scissors. Super cute. Coffee all over. I think I'm going to come back and just hit the edges with a little brown because I feel like it just needs something else. I got to dig through all my inks here. Yeah, we're just going to grab a little ink and we're just going to hit the edges. It's just a little too stark white on those edges. Plus it just gives it a little more color. Almost look like a giraffe pattern. That little lighter on the back. Giraffe coffee. There, now it looks like it's been a little coffee stained almost. That's fun. They almost look like little lips too. It's super funny. Oop, come on, camera. There you go. All right. If you are watching live, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you are watching this on replay, I appreciate you as well. Be sure to share this out to your social media. Don't forget to subscribe. That's super cute. All right. All right, next thing I'm going to suggest, always put your name on the back of your cards. You can handwrite it. You could, write a whole little message on the back. Just so you know, at my website, jessicalynoriginal.com. If you've never been there before, definitely go check it out. I do make custom self-inking stamps for the back of your cards. I offer a bunch of rectangles, also squares and some other sizes. So you'll see there's actually an image like that. So this is my signature. So I just signed it, put my little, what I want to be on the back of all my cards. And then from there, what I can do, I can just go ahead and stamp it on the back of my cards. And then the cool part is I also sell refill ink. So if you're like, oh, I want to, whatever, I can sell you refill ink. So you don't have to worry about these things ever running out. So just so you know that as well. And if you're like, I really like your handwriting, I've done a lot where I've actually taken a mix of my handwriting and stuff, and I can make you something custom. So just tell me what you're. That's what happens when you mess with your refill ink there. All right, almost messed up my whole card with that. Let me get that out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this card. So there he is on there. We can add a sentiment. I don't know if you remember when I first started today, I was talking about how my boss actually got me into this many, many years ago. She's not my boss anymore, but I was so excited because she actually sent me all of her number stamps. So these are so cool. They're old school, close to my heart. So it's kind of fun to actually have something from the person who encouraged me to start this business. So I will be using these soon, not today. But I will be using them soon. Another thing, if you are like, I love sentiments, but I'm not great at stamping, there's a lot of places you can actually get stickers. And they're clear. Oh, this one's pretty funny. Stay strong. I love that. That might be because it's coffee. That's kind of funny. I might be. You know what? Yes, that's what I'm going to use. Just going to glue this pup down. All right. Actually, before we glue them down, I'm going to kind of hold this space. Let me grab this sticker. See, these are clear, so you can see through them. So I'm going to stamp if you will, I'm going to put a sticker. Stay strong. It's funny. It's coffee. Then we're going to go ahead, line that up. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I love it. All right, let's take a look at how he looks. So here is that adorable pup we just made. Again, digital image. I just fussy cut, nothing fancy. Made a cool background. So there he is, Corgi with his little pup cup. I kind of want to put some water in there instead of whipped cream, but still cute. You can see I made a little coffee background, and that bottom part, it's just a sticker. So there it is. Open up your card, beautiful, room for lots of sentiments. And then on the back, there is that custom stamp if you are interested in getting one of those. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be doing this more because I'm so excited. My office is almost ready, so it's almost time to start crafting like crazy. So again, I just want to take a minute and say thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here. Just again, it's artistryincards.com. Be sure to visit my stamp store, jessicalynoriginal.com, and I will see you again real soon. Take care, everybody.